They are different for all of us and come in many different forms. A memory can be about a loved one, a recollection of a pleasant period, or a sentimental event in our life. Today, for me, it is about the reflections on imperfections that were once placed on an object. And that object is a table that I created in 1992, just before starting my career as a full-time artist. Hello and welcome to Bryan Holden Studio. My name is Bryan Holden, and today in episode 1 of Reflections on Imperfections, I will be speaking about a coffee table that I made early in my career, and now it is in dire need of a restoration and slight update. This video will give you a before and after look of the table and show you a brief look into the restoration process and updates. After creating the table and falling in love with it, we decided to use it in our home. We had it in our main living room for around 15 years, and my son used it from the time that he was able to crawl to well into his teenage years. He quickly became proficient with learning to walk with the aid of the table, leaving his little fingerprints along the way. It was the object that caused his first goose egg on his forehead. It is where he built his incredible Lego structures that came crashing down onto the table, leaving everlasting imperfections. It is the place he did his homework, studied for tests, and we would eat our meals on it as a family. These are some of the many wonderful and unforgettable memories that the table has provided me. As the incredible Dr. Seuss said, sometimes you will never know the value of a moment until it becomes a memory. Early in my career, I made a lot of functional pieces along with my sculpture and still enjoy making functional works when the opportunity arises. If you're not familiar with my work, my practice is now focused on my conceptual, contemporary, 2- and 3-dimensional art. Please visit my website and watch some of my other videos to learn more about my artwork. The table has been in storage for a couple years, and I have now made the decision to completely restore it and give it a small update. I originally painted it a light dove gray color with a turquoise metallic accent, and at this time I plan to paint the main area silver, along with a couple vibrant green components. The table is completely welded together, but I will be cutting it apart into 3 sections. My first step is to create some new brackets to hold the 3 sections together, along with some stainless steel hardware. This will add some detail and a nice mechanical touch. I now have the table cut apart into 3 main pieces, and you can see that the 2 brackets that hold the triangle-shaped support to the tabletop have been cut in half, and I have also created a long bracket that will attach the tabletop to the rectangle-shaped support. The hex head bolts are only used during the alignment process. I do this so that the stainless steel button cap screws do not get damaged during this procedure. The hex bolts will be replaced with the finished stainless steel hardware during final assembly. When I placed the long angled bracket, I stepped it out about 1/8 of an inch. This will create a small shadow gap between the tabletop and the vertical surface of the side support. I plan to paint the bracket the vibrant green color, and this should create a nice subtle detail. Having it in 3 sections will be a big benefit when it comes to sanding the surface to remove all of the imperfections, and when I primer and paint each part. These are the 2 brackets that I made to hold the triangle section to the tabletop. You will notice that there is an arrow etched into each bracket. This is done to remind me which end is up and which side is on the inside and does not show. Most of the time when I put an arrow on something, it is indicating up. Once I sand, primer, and paint the brackets, the arrows will remain since they are etched into the metal. This step is minor, but it will certainly make my life a lot easier when I do the final assembly. My next step will be to remove the long angled bracket and attach it to the rectangle support by drilling and tapping holes that will accommodate the stainless steel screws. When I originally made the table, I did not put bottom panels on each of the 2 supports, so my next course of action will be to do so. This will allow me a surface to apply felt pads to help protect the bottom edge of the painted sections and protection for the floor or rug that the table could potentially be placed on. All of the pieces are hanging in my spray area, ready for the primer to be applied. Also, you can see the new panels that I placed on the bottom support sections. While sanding and removing all of the imperfections, I had the opportunity to reflect on all the memories that were created by them over the years. They had been removed, but not forgotten. All of the different colors on the 3 main sections are from when I originally made the table. This illustrates how many different products go into finishing a painted piece. The different colors are the bare metal, plastic filler, the old primer, and the old paint and clear coat. One of the many important steps of achieving a high quality paint finish is in the foundation work. This is accomplished by thoroughly sanding the surface and applying a high quality primer. I will then apply a guide coat, which is just a light dusting of black paint from a spray can. It will help identify any imperfections in the primer when sanding the primer surface to perfection. I now have all of the pieces sanded and ready for the painting process. Since my spray area is small and because I am painting the table 2 different colors, I will focus on painting 1 color at a time, and the first will be the vibrant green color. This will allow me room to comfortably move around the pieces while painting and to achieve the best results possible. Here are the 2 colors that I will be painting the table. The primary color will be silver metallic, and the accent color will be a vibrant green metallic. Depending on how well they cover, I will be applying approximately 3 to 5 coats of each one. I will leave you with a small quote that I find inspirational. Never do something good enough, for if it was done good enough, it most certainly should have been done better. Thank you for watching this episode of Bryan Holden Studio. Please like, subscribe, and share with a friend, and we would love to hear from you. Have a great day, take care, and God bless.